Do you support what the First Minister was saying, that coronavirus levels are stubbornly and worryingly high and there's no choice really but to impose these restrictions?
Well, I think first of all we have to thank our residents in North Lanarkshire who have stuck by the restrictions over the past few weeks, and we have seen a reduction in the 7-day averages per 100,000, and so thank you to them for doing that. Obviously, the First Minister's outlined concerns among hospital admissions, ICU rates potentially becoming very high over the coming weeks, so we respect that there is a need to go into level 4, and we want to work with the government about what that means for our area.
What will it mean for businesses in your area? We were just listening to Ruth Davidson saying it's a hammer blow for businesses across Scotland.
Yeah, it's absolutely devastating for businesses in our area. You know, we're going to see a lot of non-essential shops shutting the run up to Christmas, which is a critical period for them. There isn't enough support so far from what we've seen from the government to support these businesses, but it's also individuals. We're going to see a number of individuals potentially lose their employment, potentially see themselves go into poverty and deprivation and really struggle with their own welfare and survival. So we need to do as much work as we can, as we have been doing throughout the pandemic, to support these individuals. But that means the government need to give us better support in terms of financial packages available.
What sort of better support are you looking for? What sort of, to put it crudely, what sort of financial packages are you looking for specifically to help those businesses that frankly could go out of business very soon?
Well, I think the figures announced by the First Minister today, which I say we first found out this by watching the First Minister. So first of all, I think there needs to be far better consultation with local authorities. We are partners with NHS and government in fighting the pandemic and supporting residents. So for a start, if they'd come to us, spoken to us, we could have outlined some of the serious concerns among businesses, the kind of support they need, and also concerns among residents. We're seeing numbers of residents who are struggling with the current situation, and that will only get worse as we go into level 4. As a council, we've done everything we can to support them. That includes lots of welfare things, like providing food support, etc., because that's the situation we're facing. But we think the government needs to go further, and we're looking to have that dialogue in the coming days around further support.
And do you think there are businesses in your area that are going to shut with these restrictions that will never reopen?
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it, and I think there's a bit of a distance between the First Minister and Prime Minister, etc., and the reality on the ground of small businesses that are up to Christmas, the impact it has. You know, there is other harms that come not just from COVID, the harms that come from losing your employment, the worries and anxiety around the lockdown measures. Almost every resident in North Lanarkshire is going to be severely impacted by these lockdown measures, and as much as we support them, we want to make sure we can reassure them that the support is there, whether it's financial support, welfare support, to get everybody through this difficult period.
We're very grateful to you for your time. Paul Kelly there, Labour Deputy Leader of North Lanarkshire Council, one of those 11 councils where those restrictions have been imposed.